What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new, I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to Aglaea's character trailer, Deadly Romance. I'm very curious to see what this entails, but with that, feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and let's get into this. Very curious to see how this is, seeing as it's the first of the 3.0 demos other than Porta.
Time for my perfect master to start her immaculate day.
Oh, from the perspective of the garment maker?
Perfect. As an overseer, she keeps her word.
Oh my god, that's a lot of paper.
And as an artist, she pursues the superlative. Though occasionally, she can be somewhat impulsive.
Oh?
Won't you dance with me?
Her voice is so distinct compared to all of the other characters.
Her graceful bearing. Yet some insensitive brute always seeks to interrupt the irreplaceable moment. No matter, of course. My master has everything under control.
Uh-huh. Seems like it. Based on how she was in the story.
Who am I exactly? You needn't worry. I am an insignificant tool.
I love the transitions.
If I can help fulfill that golden tragic wish, I am willing to be crushed to pieces.
Oh, okay. Tone change.
Adorned in splendor, bathe in gold. Time to cut fate's thread.
Ooh.
Die for me, garment maker.
Major tone change, interesting.
As you wish.
Ooh. I love the music here. I love their joint fighting style. Nice.
Nameless soldier. This city is the bed where we are laid to rest.
Ooh. Okay. This is very interesting. So we open on a room filled with garment makers, all posed and scattered, some of them knocked over, in this dark room, and they begin to come to life. At which point, we enter the perspective of one of these garment makers, and we see how, through the visuals and through the words being spoken, all of the garment makers, they revere Aglaea as that of a goddess, or at the very least a demigod as she is. The garment maker describes Aglaea as her perfect master who is starting her immaculate day. And then we just have a bit of a montage of Aglaea doing a few things. As a connoisseur, she speaks her mind. As an overseer, she keeps her word. And as an artist, she pursues the superlative. In this time, we get a bit more of a goofy side of Aglaea, her drowning under a ton of paperwork, though capably so handling it nonetheless, using oversized scissors. It's all just on this slightly goofier angle than it ends up being later, showing that Aglaea is not just the hyper-calculating and enigmatic leader of Akama, but also her own person with her own interests, and in more casual settings has a different demeanor. The garment maker admits that despite all of this, despite how impressive and perfect Aglaea is in the garment maker's eyes, she also can be, in moments, rather impulsive, as we see here with her taking the hand of the garment maker and asking to dance. Once again, the garment makers just fawn over everything Aglaea does, and as we transition towards showing off her combat and the more offensive side of her, the garment maker is bemoaning the fact that it seems, in its words, some insensitive brute always seeks to interrupt this irreplaceable moment. There is always someone who would dare interrupt Aglaea in her work, in her daily life. But at the end, it's no matter. Aglaea takes down all the enemies, the threads are severed, my master has everything under control. There's never a moment when Aglaea is not in control. If it ever appears that she is on the back foot, that is likely all just part of her plan. We've seen in the story so far that she is a schemer. She is a planner. She is not one to let things happen without her at least first devising a plan and a backup plan. But then the question turns to who the garment maker is. And as we begin this really nice visual of penduluming back and forth between different aspects of Aglaea, the garment maker says, "I'm an insignificant tool, one of many. If I can help fulfill that golden tragic wish, I am willing to be crushed to pieces." This is a further extension of the reverence that the garment makers have of Aglaea. They are willing to sacrifice themselves, see themselves as mere tools towards her achieving her wish, seeing nothing wrong with their destruction if it is towards that goal. And it's with that admittance that they would die for Aglaea that mere moments later, Aglaea asks that of them. And like a puppet on strings, the garment maker says, "As you wish," and we enter this really cool fight scene. Real brief, but I love it visually. Does a great job of showing off the paired fighting style of Aglaea and her garment makers. But then clearly the battle was too much for the garment maker, and it's here that we have a funeral of sorts to the garment maker. Aglaea carries the broken body towards an edge, and she says, "Nameless soldier, this city is the bed where we are laid to rest." And though it's hard to clearly make out, it looks like wherever this is the burial ground of sorts of countless garment makers, all that have been broken and destroyed in this act of sacrifice to aid in Aglaea's journey and mission. It adds this really interestingly distinct wrinkle to Aglaea as a person. Though the garment makers may just be constructs that are designed as tools first and foremost, this trailer goes to show them as more than just a mere tool, despite them describing that. We are from the perspective of one, therefore we are inclined to empathize with it. It can speak, it has reverence for someone, it has beliefs, and it can be destroyed just as we as people can be killed. Which brings the question, even if this is merely a construct that is not truly a person in the same way, it is a being that can think and feel to an extent, that Aglaea is using countless of towards her goal. Aglaea is building the road to her wish in the bodies of garment makers, if not also people. Which, though I don't think they are trying to make us distrust Aglaea, it certainly goes to show that she is someone in a position where she is forced to make a lot of difficult decisions to save Akama as a city and Amphorius as a world. Whether or not her answers to those tough decisions are the correct and moral ones is certainly one important question. But at least so far, it has seemed to get results. She has managed to keep this last bastion of humanity alive, but it does implant that question of how much sacrifice is this worth? Are the choices she makes acceptable? They have results, but are they correct? That is the question that comes to mind for me when seeing something like this. It adds that moral ambiguity to her. And who knows, I might be way too far looking into this, but that is the feeling that I get here. But with that, that is the end. It's a fairly straightforward trailer. I enjoy it. It doesn't blow me away like some trailers have, but it is really solid nonetheless, and it leans into some of the things that I already enjoyed about Aglaea as a character and was interested in. But I don't think necessarily I have anything much more to say about this trailer, so I think I'll leave things there. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and I hope you all had a great day. Goodbye.